could cause auditory hallucinations. She convinced herself that's what it was. She went back inside, forced herself to sleep, and resolved to ignore any sounds the following night. The third night, it didn't matter. The music started at 9 o'clock in the evening. Not just the nocturne anymore. Her grandmother was playing entire recitals, classical pieces she'd performed decades ago, concertos, sonatas, movements that spanned hours. Sarah sat in the living room with all the lights on, watching the piano keys press down on their own, listening to the ghostly music that seemed to come from everywhere and nowhere at once. By the fourth night, something changed. The melodies became wrong. They twisted and contorted into shapes that music shouldn't take. Dissonant chords, rhythms that didn't align. It sounded like her grandmother was trying to tell her something, but the message was distorted, fragmented, almost like a scream filtered through a piano. Sarah found her grandmother's diary hidden in a drawer of the piano bench, something she'd never noticed before, though she'd opened that bench 100 times as a child. The entries dated back 50 years, and they all contained the same confession, written again and again in increasingly frantic handwriting. The notes won't stop. I hear them even when I'm not playing. They come from inside the walls. They come from inside my head. The piano knows what I did. The piano remembers. The final entry, dated the day before her grandmother's death, read, "When I'm gone, it will play for someone else. It will try to warn them. It will try to speak." That night, Sarah didn't turn on the lights. She sat in complete darkness and listened as the piano played the story of her grandmother's life through dissonant, tortured chords. Around 3 in the morning, the music stopped abruptly in the middle of a phrase, as if someone had lifted the lid and placed their hands gently on the keys, ready to continue but choosing silence instead. Sarah sold the house 2 days later. She didn't try to sell the piano. She contacted an antique dealer and had it destroyed. The demolition team reported that the wood inside was strange, not rotted but somehow hollow, as if something had been slowly carved away from within over decades. They found nothing inside but sawdust and the faint smell of lavender, her grandmother's signature scent. What Sarah never told anyone was what happened on the last night before she left. She sat at the piano one final time, placed her fingers on the keys, and without intending to, played a melody she'd never learned. The same melody her grandmother had played every night for the final week of her life. She played it perfectly, note for note, as if her hands knew something her mind did not. As her fingers moved across the keys, she understood. The piano wasn't haunted. It was a message, a warning written in sound that spanned decades. And now that warning was encoded in her muscle memory, waiting in her fingers, ready to pass to the next person who would inherit this house, ready to play again.